And it
Yeah,
just
just all three of us on. I'm Trevor Page. I teach in Red Lake Falls Industrial Tech.
okay. So Heather, I'm sure you remember your college days where you had to do all these crazy things for professors.
Yes.
So one of the things that we have to do, that we're required to do, since we can't be there in person, is we're required to do a screenshot with you. So you
Okay.
don't have to do anything.
Okay.
If I can figure out how to do this, I'm just going to do it here quick with all of us. And if you, Trevor, I don't know if you want to try to do a split screen yourself.
Yeah, I'm good on my end.
Okay, I'll just claim that we didn't know how to do the technology. So that we're old. So Heather, we really only have just two questions for you, and I'll just kind of I'll set them up here first, and then I'll have Trevor actually ask them, and that'll be the recorded version that we put in our presentation. But
okay,
the first question is basically going to be like, what's special about working at DigiKey? I mean, what makes DigiKey a different place to work than anywhere else? And I'd ask you if if you could try to keep it under a minute, or maybe under 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then after that, I'll ask you another question, and we can stop and go over that one too. But that question is going to be about like, what sort of things would you like to see us doing at the high school or the middle school to help so that our students know what DigiKey does and would be pertinent to working there. But we'll do the first one first here whenever you're ready. If you feel like you got an answer set up for that first one,
give me a minute. I want to like put my bullets together in my head.
Yeah, Trevor's going to ask it because he's got the question in front of him. So
sounds good. All right, we'll just try this. We'll see what happens. I will work to be brief.
Okay.
All right, so question one, what are some of the attributes of the workplace or the industry that you would like our students to know?
Yeah, absolutely. So DigiKey operates in the high volume electrical component industry. And what that means is we distribute all the tiny parts or even big parts that go into mechanical objects, whether it's a phone, a computer, with COVID, ventilators, airplanes, you name it, you are probably either using or have come into contact with a part that DigiKey has sourced and then distributed out to a variety of, global companies, Apple, Bose, Microsoft, you name it. They touch so many different industries, and that's for me kind of one of the cool parts about DigiKey is just the expansive reach that this company has, not only within companies within America, but across the globe who are doing amazing things for our world from an environmental standpoint, from a travel industry standpoint, from a personal technology standpoint. So, yeah.
Great answer. Perfect.
Okay.
So, the next question Trevor's going to ask is going to be like, what sort of things would be helpful for us to teach at our school for students that may work at DigiKey in the future? Like, what sort of things would you like to see? And I teach 9 through 12. Trevor and Mark both teach 7. Well, Mark teaches 5 through 7, and Trevor teaches. I think you teach 7 through 12, don't you, Trevor?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at middle school and high school kids. What sort of things would you like them would you like to see us doing with those students to prepare to have them at DigiKey? And I'll, like I said, get your thoughts in line here, and then Trevor will make
okay? So question for you guys, actually, just clarifying question that might help me with my answer. So DigiKey is a distribution company, but we cater to of course, people all over the globe, but you could also call us an e-commerce company. The students that you are teaching, do you want me to go more towards the technical side of our house, or is it
macro
bigger
or
than
micro?
that?
Yeah, I would say more toward workplace skills.
Okay.
is what I would say. So that we're preparing students for employment at digikey.
Yeah.
Whether those skills are something as simple as, you know, knowing how to shake your hand, or something as complicated as knowing how to use a certain computer program just right, and you know, we've covered the gamut on that. So
Okay.
as a communication thing, which is kind of where our emphasis is supposed to be here, I would say, you know, just throwing out a few things here, you know, obviously computer literacy but also, you know, knowing how to listen and knowing how to take feedback and being able to access data for your customers.
Yep.
You know, I'm not trying to answer questions for you.
No, but that's in my head. Like I was like, the data is a huge thing. The being able to like work with others, like the teamwork aspect. So yes, I was like, yep.
All those are good. You got to remember also too, ideally that this would be something that we would show our students and say, hey, this is Heather Trubman from digikey. She's, you know, and that's really what this is kind of supposed to be for. So it's like you're talking to the students, not to me. So.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so question and then answer. I'm ready.
Yeah, Trevor, whenever you're ready. Uh-oh.
You're on mute, man.
Trevor, you're muted. You're muted.
Got me now?
Yes.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't even touch my keyboard. All right. Okay. What are some specific knowledge or skills that you need to work at digikey?
I would say so specific, like high level skills that everybody kind of baseline coming into the company should be aware of, and that will make you successful here. The first one that I think about is teamwork. So how well do you, you know, get to know people and understand, you know, their point of view, and how do you come together as a team to build a solution or a product or whatever it is. So how well do you work together? Another skill set that I would say, you know, critical is the ability to communicate. And what I mean by that is as simple as, you know, even as engaging in the hallway in a conversation of, you know, hey, how are you doing? How's the weather? But then going all the way to the other side of how do you set up a problem statement? And here are the reasons for that issue. And here, you know, here's what I did, you know, to solve that problem. And here's my recommendation going forward. And being able to do that, not only with a peer or someone that's on the same level as you, but someone that may be your leader or even the president of the company. And so being comfortable in a variety of different audiences. Being curious and curious around what's possible. You know, being willing to learn and ask, you know, questions and dig into the data. That's another big thing that's, I would say, happening globally. You hear a lot of leaders and companies talk about driving data-driven decisions versus a gut feel or an emotional decision. Like, what's the data that's at my fingertips, and how do I understand what it is and what pieces I need to make to provide a recommendation or a solution. I'm trying to collaboration, critical, fourth one, agility and flexibility. Plans, the world is moving so quickly around us, and we are finding that our plans that we may set forth at the beginning of the year are no longer valid or even relevant 6 months in. So being open to having a plan and setting a direction or a path, but being nimble as work changes or you're getting different data to changing what that plan may be, and being okay with that. Like, it's not a failure, and taking that as an opportunity to shift for doing the right thing. So that agility and flexibility is also, and resiliency is something. How do you practice and be comfortable in that, and also just even comfortable in the gray. Again, because I think the world is moving so quickly around us and we don't know what that next day is going to bring. Being okay with not having all the answers and saying, I don't know everything, but based on what I do, here's what I can say how we can move forward. So,
Perfect. Thank you. That
yeah.
that encompasses exactly what we need.
Okay,
So,
good.
Trevor, is there anything else that we need from Heather? I think that pretty much covers it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the two main questions, and then we got the organizational chart.
Yep.
That should be good.
Yeah, I think we're good to go here. So,
All right.
Heather, thanks for your help with this. I know it's
Absolutely.
a little bit of a snafu there trying to set stuff up, but we got it done. So,
Totally fine.
okay, great. Well, it was nice meeting you, and maybe see you again somewhere down the line here in Thief River. Okay.
Absolutely. Sounds great, guys. Have a good rest of your week.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
So Trevor, you feel like you got everything you need to get your stuff done? I'm gonna try to. I should stop the recording here, I guess, because we don't need to